Welcome to the deep dive. If you are hosting a short-term rental up in Katoomba right now, well, this one is specifically tailored for you. We've got our hands on a pretty massive data scrape, a May 2026 industry spreadsheet from Hosting, and our mission today is to figure out exactly how you should be, pricing your property. Because right now, a lot of hosts just look at the Katoomba average nightly rate to set their prices.
Right, which is just a huge trap.
Exactly. To me, it's like trying to price a used Honda Civic by looking at the average cost of literally every single vehicle in the city, from beaters all the way up to Ferraris. It just doesn't work.
Yeah, you end up relying on a metric that has zero connection to the specific reality of what you are actually offering.
Okay, let's unpack this. If looking at that overall median is a trap, like pricing the Civic against a Ferrari, why are we even looking at these baseline numbers?
Well, to understand why that high-level view is a trap, we first need to look at what the raw data tells us about the overall health of Katoomba. The sample polled 173 active listings. Across the board, we're seeing an average guest rating of 4.53 and a massive average of 89 reviews for property. Oh, and that overall median nightly rate, it sits at $393.
Wait, hold on. Why does that suburb average matter at all if we aren't supposed to use it?
If we connect this to the bigger picture, it's because of what that 89 reviews per property actually tells us. It proves Katoomba isn't some, emerging Wild West market. It's incredibly mature.
Oh, I see. So guests have a lot of history to look at.
Exactly. Guests coming to Katoomba have deep review histories to filter through. They are educated consumers who expect quality. So you can't just slap a flat Katoomba price on your listing based on a suburb average. You really have to treat pricing as a highly specific tiered system.
So if I can't use that $393, how do I find my actual tier?
The data dictates we drill down by bedroom count. Let's start small. One-bedroom properties sit at a median of $249 a night, and two bedrooms hit $324.
And how are their ratings looking?
Both have really strong guest ratings, right around 4.57. They are solid, consistent performers. But the landscape gets really messy when we hit the three-bedroom market.
Here's where it's really interesting, because there are 63 unique listings in this tier, right?
It is the most saturated segment in the entire report. They command $434 a night, but, and here's the massive red flag, they have the lowest average rating across all categories. It drops down to 4.43.
That really doesn't make sense to me. Why would adding one more bedroom suddenly cause guest satisfaction to plummet? Are three-bedroom hosts just slacking on the cleaning?
What's fascinating here is that it's much more about who is booking them and the reality of the housing stock. Think about the typical three-bedroom rental. It's often an older home, and it's usually booked by a stressed family cramming kids into tight spaces.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that changes the vibe completely.
Right, the wear and tear is higher, expectations are way harder to manage, and because the market is flooded with those 63 competitors, well, hosts have to fight tooth and nail just to be seen, let alone get a perfect review.
Okay, compare that to the four-bedroom tier. The data shows only 37 listings there. They are pulling in $594 a night, and suddenly the guest ratings shoot up to the absolute highest in the market, a 4.64.
Right, because the four-bedroom tier shifts from utility to premium. You aren't just getting more physical space, you're changing the guest demographic entirely.
Wait, really? How so?
Well, often, a four-bedroom is booked by multiple couples split in the bill. They have more room, a more, relaxed vacation mindset, and because the cost is divided, they feel like they are getting a great deal on a premium property. Plus, with only 37 listings, your competition is nearly cut in half.
So what does this all mean? The real takeaway for anyone running an Airbnb up in Katoomba is that you aren't competing in quote-unquote Katoomba.
Yeah, definitely not.
You are competing strictly in your bedroom bracket. Your pricing, your booking windows, your photos, it all has to be benchmarked strictly against the properties with your exact bed count.
Exactly. You really have to know what arena you are actually fighting in.
Which honestly leaves me wondering, if you were sitting in that brutal, highly saturated three-bedroom market right now, how much would it actually cost to put some drywall up in that downstairs study? Or maybe throw a door on an unused sunroom.
Oh, that is a really good point.
Because if this data is right, a simple wall and a bed might be worth an extra $160 a night with happier guests to boot. Just something to think about the next time you walk past that empty space.